Hello. Let me get my phone. I was getting it ready for our meditation. So let's do our meditation. I'm a little bit late. I had to take my friend on an errand. She doesn't have a vehicle, and well, she has a vehicle. She just has to get a driver's license, so I drive her. My friend Sarah, so I had to run an errand for her. All right, so here we are, and I would like to welcome anyone who's watching this not live, and let's do some meditation. I do a meditation imagining a ball relaxing us, so let's do that. Let's relax. Close your eyes and imagine the ball of light on your feet, the color you like. I'm going to have purple. It's going to relax your feet. Relax your lower legs. Relax your upper legs. It's going to relax your chest, your arms, your hands, and your neck, your head. It's going to tether itself to your feet and go way down into the earth. It's going to go deep, deep down into the earth and grab all that love. It's going to siphon it to our feet and fill our feet up and fill both of our legs, our lower legs and our upper legs, and it goes to our chest and our arms and our hands and our neck and our head, and it spews out, spews out. We're going to send it. I'm sending it to Pahrump. It's where I am in Pahrump, so I'm sending my love here, sending love here. It's a full moon, a lot of love going on, a lot of emotion, so here we go. I see a lot of cops out there, and then we pull what's left in and bring it in to our heart, and we're going to say three ums. Um, um. Here we go. Three ums, and we're all set. I love True Blood. I think the actors, it was an amazing series. I wish they would have something like Truer Blood or something, bring it out here over to, the west end of the world and redo it. It would be fun. So anyway, I just want to say that I am really happy. I'm very grateful. I'm so grateful about my life and what's going on. You know, it it comes to the point, about what I want in life. I have decided I'm going to start doing TikTok, and I will when I find my niche in TikTok, I am going to put a message out to you guys so you can find me on TikTok. The reason being, I am not making enough here to make any money ever since they redid everything it was about 5 years ago. People really can't make money on here. To be honest, most people here have had followings. Usually it is, they have other, things going on. So that's what I'm at. Oh, my hair's all messed up. So let me go and brush my hair and stuff. I haven't did what I looking to see how good I look. So there we go. I wanted to redo. Okay. So I haven't brushed my hair or anything like that. So I have to have the only hairbrushes that actually survive me because I don't have thick hair. I have a lot of hair. So a lot of times I break my brushes, and my daughter's like, "Oh no, mom, I got given by a friend and I forgot about this. Boarhead's brush is probably the best brush I've ever bought. I got this, I put the word mom, you can't see it, but most of my family, my kids have these brushes because our hair ends up breaking brushes. I broke several already. So, there we go. I'm prettying myself up. Yeah, I hate when it... There we go. So anyway, my favorite one is the yellow. And I did my dishes. I've been cleaning up a bit. Tomorrow I'm taking everything out of my living room space. I'm going to vacuum, clean everything nice. Just today, it's kind of like, okay, Oh. So there we go. And this is one of my favorite ones. I like how the brush is put. Okay, let's talk about Tesla. When people come in, but he's done so much for us. The remote control is the reason why we have it, is because of Tesla. So anyway, they talk about Tesla and the ability to time travel. That's the big thing with Tesla, is talking about time travel. Now, there we go. When you are wondering about Tesla, it's not just about the electric cars, it's about free energy that he wanted to give everyone here and throughout the world. And the powers that be, let's just be honest. If we had free energy, which we should, just to be honest, we should have free energy. We should have all that. We should have where the only thing we should worry about is bettering humanity, making humanity a better place. Not worrying about making the big buck, and worrying about that is to enlighten your mind, body, and spirit. It should be the big thing. But that's why I do my meditations and ground people and try to help people out. And that's the big thing that I try to do, is to push being positive. And it is a big thing. And I do have a metaphysical therapist. That's a therapist that deals with meditation and your past lives. And if you don't believe in any of those, it'll be hard to deal with my metaphysical therapist. She's a lovely human being. I got to see her today. I got to see her today, and it was nice. Oh, shoot. Oh. Oh. Yeah, this is my favorite company that I deal with, because I am how can I say, I'm physically fit, so I need clothes to be as busy as me. That means I can get out and either walk or, whenever things happen in my life, and I'm a very busy person. So anyway, I have one person here. Let's talk about Tesla. Tesla is a man who believed in the three numbers of 369. He said those are magical numbers. They were universal numbers. years, and he has proved to the point, in different meditations that you do, we call it the Tesla meditation, is to, you go 369. So, in that point of his magical number and believing that he believes he received messages from, and I believe that too. I'm going to be honest. I don't believe in aliens coming here and living with us for, say, like, if you're working with someone and they tell you that they're an alien, honey, do not get close to that person. They are nuttier than a Christmas fruitcake. That's what my parents told me. So he said he went in a meditated state and received the numbers 369. And that is what he had believed. He also believed in a lot of the things that we have been visited by aliens. They're not living among us. They're not telling us that they're aliens or whatever. But if you do have someone who tells you they're an alien, and I got someone too, then I would, but Tesla also made the remote control possible. That's the reason why you can use your car and lock it, is because of Tesla. It's not because of anyone else. It's because Tesla made that possible. Do you know what else he also said? And you can look on the internet. Anything I tell you, please look on the internet. Tesla was a mindful person. And oh God, he was a good looking man. He was a looker in his day. But he also took his business so seriously that my son told me this, I don't know how true it is, that the Tesla chopped his chunk off. I'm like, oh, that's a bit much. And he believed in the universal language, which is mathematics. He said that is a universal language in which everyone deals with. So think about that. If you suck at math, maybe you want to get a little bit better. Maybe the future will happen for that. Yeah, this is the only brush that has lasted so long. It's a Borges, it's a Borges brush. That's the only thing that lasts me. My other brushes looks good, but I use them for when I done brushing my hair and I need to blow dry it. So yeah, I got my hair done. I like to look good. So here we are. We're talking about Tesla and what he has done. And a lot of people don't realize also he wanted to have the same current in which a universal current. So when people travel, they won't have like problems with their changing over to a different current. That's what we have now. The powers that be, yeah, there are a lot of evil people who don't want free energy. That's what he wanted to do, was free energy. He wanted to do, he wanted to change the world for the better, is what he wanted. He was working on so many different things, including, if you want to talk about, time travel. And that was the one thing that a lot of people were interested. So let's check and see when when Tesla did pass away and what year it was and what was going on. So we'll ask. What year did Tesla pass away? 43. That would have been the Cold War. It was near that time. So what did how can I say? Back in the time, the saying was, if you could go back into time and you knew who was going to win or lose, or you knew what was going on, what would you do if you could do that? So if he was passing away of, let's see, alternate current, electricity, he's, Siberia. Oh, so yeah, He was Russian. Oh, God. So here we are. We have Tesla, we're talking about, and all the things he has done. The time that he had died was near the time that we needed. The rumor had it, and this is something my dad and I used to talk about a lot, which was what would happen if Germany, who was fighting against everybody, you know, won the war. They went back into time and they won the war. What would happen? Like they said, we'd all be talking German, and it would be true to that point. And it would be a whole different type of thing going on, if you have, Tesla and, so they were talking about how they were trying to use what Tesla and what they obtained information over, and the information was apparently from some. Okay, you know how they show Indiana Jones and the guy with the glasses and stuff like that? You see, that was Himmler. Himmler was the seeking out all the information to find the puzzles for the Unagalak, which was their form of time travel. And they were using Tesla's, some of his knowledge. And Tesla was being watched for a while. But the whole thing is, they said that it didn't work. But yet there's all these rumors about a USS man being stuck in the time, like he would be there and they had him in jail and then he disappeared. And it was, I think, in the 80s or something like that. And it's like they still talk about the Una Glock that was in Poland. And the Una Glock is something that even they talked about with, they were. On the ancient aliens. It was a good show and it gave you an idea, but that's where when Tesla died, what they were dealing with is the Germans were trying to time travel back to win the war. Hi, John. Oh, really? Oh, I love World War II. That's half my family on there. I can't tell you, but yeah. My let's just put it this way. I had a family member that had to come to the US to hide from a person that was, yeah, he was in the SS. Yeah, my family came to hide out from but anyway, it's so good to see you. I got to see my metaphysical therapist in person, and she's a lovely human being. Oh, she says, "You come a long way." And I go, it's been a lot of work. It's been over a year's worth of work, and it's taken, I love my other therapist. He went and moved on to a different company over in a different state. And then he was like, I found out he had a crush on me. But I said, no, I'm good, I'm waiting for someone else. I think it's an amazing time. Oh, World War II was the change in our thought of what would be. My family on my German side could not speak German. They couldn't speak their language because the Americans thought that they were spies. So that's where I'm in with that. So I wanted to share with you a phone number I'm going to have. Hi, Fist. How are you? I'm going to share a phone number with you guys. I'm going to do. Oh, here's Sherry. All right. Let me get. All right, and her phone number is. Let me get. Oh, not call, just info. Okay. a metaphysical. Oh, I got to figure out how to. My Met therapist is really good. All right, let me get that. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, and California is changing their zip code to 739, I think. Yeah, it's all magical numbers. I swear. It's like by 2025 they'll change it to 90. Let me see. And I haven't even smoked weed yet. So I'm like, all right. Oh, I messed up here. And I'm not even drunk. Ah, God dang. Oh, there we go. All right. That is her phone number, and she's really, really good. The reason why I want to give it out is because I believe everyone should get, but it's $75 per session. So I do 2 sessions a month. That's what I could afford, and it works. I had where I felt annihilated and alone, and there was something wrong with me. And there's nothing wrong with me. But let's go and talk about Tesla and all the stuff going on. So, when they were doing the war and all the stuff going on, Tesla passed away. And that would make sense for the government to come in, and they're like thinking, well, if if the Nazis, it was a big thing about the Nazis. And if you hear someone talk German, you couldn't even speak German, which was really quite stupid because my family was ostracized on my dad's side because they were German. And I had a great grandmother who never learned how to read English. So I had a lot of fun with her. Yeah, my dad's like, would you quit it? Always something. Yeah, I was the yeah, my dad got his he finally found out what it was like to Karma, his daughter. So with Tesla dying, what happened? The government seized his stuff. Oh yeah, they did. Oh, we don't need to be told. We know that they did because they know he was an extremely smart man and he believed in a lot of things that have proven to be reality, which is we're talking about not just the electric cars, and there would be none if there was no Tesla. Your remote control on your keychain, the one, the fob that we all use here, like. So we have, oh shit, I hung it up somewhere else. Well, we have our key fob. I don't need to show you a key fob to know, but I also have my drinks. So, yep. So I got French fries. I didn't buy them. They were given. I was like, yay. So, I can't forget. I am so blessed. I really am. I love my friends. I don't know what I would do without them, really. Because I have a friend she's so bright like the sunshine. When I get kind of like in that mood, I just give her a call and I laugh. And we were talking about this. She wanted to go to California so she could see what it'd be like being 21 and drinking and stuff. So I'm like, okay, And the most amazing thing, I really enjoyed myself. And we didn't have to do much. I really, So here is to everyone. May you find the love of your life. I now my friend Sherry Van Essen, she's an amazing woman and they're well worth the money. Trust me. I have never I dealt with my mind enough to where I'm like, it's just not working. And I'm talking to her and telling her my problems and stuff that's going on. And I'm like, oh God. All I had to do was share some love. So I just started doing it in a bigger scale and it seemed to get better, impact. Share it with everyone in Pahrump, give everyone some love. And I felt, wow, this is really working. And it's not just that, it's also being kind and understanding and stepping back and going, okay, this person must be going through some hard times, or this person's this. Yeah, and it's fun, and I've laughed. I work with an amazing bunch of people, so here's to everybody. Kudos to you. Salute. I and she was like, you really look good, and I said, well, I gotta still pay my metaphysical doctor. Oh my god. But we're going to talk about World War II and what would be the effects if, what if, okay, we're just going to say what if Hitler won? What do you think would be how America would be? How do you think Europe would be? It'd be very scary place to live. You know, we would be under, big surveillance. I think that the United States, God, my lipstick looks weird. Yeah, the people's car. Yeah, my dad used to joke about he used to make the imitations with his voice like he was the fourth Dugan and stuff. Uh my family dealt with, I would say, the different aspects of the war, and there were both sides. But World War II was the thing where it I truly think that Himmler was sent out to find like the stuff from the past where these beings came down and they stated they used all the information from the Indian, from, you go to the corner store. Well, their information from the Indian government and stuff was very helpful to the German government, and Himmler had a treasure trove of stuff from India, and they used that information to make the Una Glock, which was over in Poland. And that was what you would have, is a circular outside, which they still have that in Poland. My dad's seen it. He actually went there to Poland and made a big trip to visit my great grandmother Stefania's birthplace before he passed away. And he also said, I visited the place of Una Glock. I go, how much did it cost you? Because if you're not going with other people and you're like alone, he goes, no, I went with some guy. I go, how much did you? I never ask him how he gets there, because I know in certain fact, if you're traveling or you're doing something, and a lot of times you don't want to wait for, that special tour group or whatever. My dad will take what we call the back door. When we take the back doors, when you offer someone money to take you in a place that at that time you're not supposed to be there. So he took the back door. My family's fought in every war. And my dad almost was in a war, but he wasn't a veteran. He was in um, the Navy. They wanted him to stay because he was so good at what his job. And his theory was, I spent enough lifetimes in wars, I'm done. And that's what he told me. And I go, really? I go, how many? He goes, too many. And he is like I said, he would be a good war general because he was that way at home. Jesus Christ. My friends would think that he was quiet and so, no, that I'm in trouble. Oh shit. He used my full name, Stefania. And it's like when they use the full name, including the middle, yeah, I know my friend's middle name, and I joke with her and call her that every so often. She goes, "Quit it." Oh, really? Huh. My grandfather wasn't able to go to World War II. And it really, they said something about his eyesight and stuff. He was older and they didn't want to take him because he had children, which was my dad and, you know, uncle and aunt. And they wouldn't let him go pretty much because he had a family. He said there's enough young people who don't have families who could go. And we know the story with that. He stayed to live, dude. Teach me roller skating. And he goes, "Hey, you want to learn roller skating backwards?" I go, "Okay, Grandpa." Yeah, my grandpa, he was in vaudeville at one time. And that man's still at the age. It wasn't until the cancer really took him over. He was a powerhouse of a person. He really was. He was like the way to describe him, a tall version of Popeye. I swear to God, he was the tall version of Popeye. He had the big forearms and stuff. I was like, dang. And that's just how it went. He was very physically fit for someone who was his age. I was very proud to have him as my grandfather. That meant that no one messed with me because he was over 6 foot. My grandma was itty bitty. And from her side, I get all um the Polish side gets all the blondes and stuff because there's Swedes on her side. She was mostly Swedish and she had dark hair. But man, you mess with grandma. Oh, you didn't mess with my grandma. Oh, yeah, she spoke Polish too and did shorthand. That's okay. Steffi went to the library and grandpa and me figured out shorthand real quick. Yeah. Um, See, grandma, going to the library is fun. I knew what she was doing. Grandpa's like, "How do you know she's doing that? What's that book?" Oh, stuff. I'm the smarty. So I really enjoy I'm getting off topic. So when you're dealing with that and the time travel and stuff, is it real? I believe in a certain sense, if you use all what is given, what the Nazis had, I think they had enough knowledge to attempt something of the time travel in which they were talking, in which my dad visited the area. He said that he could still feel power there. He says the reason why they went to that area over in Poland where the Unaglock was is not just that it had natural earth power, which that's another thing that you would need. You'd have to go on what they call, there's certain ley lines on the earth which has the power. When you have that kind of power that you're dealing with, the natural ley lines, is my dad and we had spent, oh God, let's see, I think my stepmom would find us talking at 2 in the morning about Tesla and time travel. And I miss those days of talking just about crazy shit at 2 in the morning with my dad. We was sitting there stone drunk talking about Tesla and all that stuff and talking about World War II. He was a mega on all the World War II. Oh God, you just ask him, he know dates and people and names. I was like, damn, Daddy knows a lot. And he did, because it was part of, and this is the reason why, World War II was a part of my family history. And it was very important for us. That was the reason why we were told in World War II not to speak German. So I'm changing my thing from French to German because we weren't told to speak that and it was considered horrible. And that's a part of my heritage, you know, and a bunch of okay, German, you know what I like about French? French is happy and pretty. Viva la France. Germans, we're a bunch of Germans. Ah, we get there on time. We work, 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 work. And that's what I was brought up, you know, the European way. At the age of 18, my family was okay with me drinking any kind of alcohol beverage because I never got crazy. So in World War II, we were pretty well put as a being watched. Our family was literally being watched because they were not stupid and scientists. They were making their own dynamite. To when you do certain things in a farm, you need to loosen up the dirt, and they didn't have the firepower, so they made dynamite that week and got in trouble. hmm Anyway, when you're dealing with Tesla and all the things that he has, this is Tesla's time now. It wasn't in the past. He had said it himself. He said, "In the future will be my time. This is your time now," he was saying to Henry Ford, "but my time will be the future and you will be the past." And guess what? It's true. What do we see driving in cars? Tesla. We see his name more and more each year that goes on because we're becoming knowledgeable to know what Tesla did. And what did he do? We got electronics that wouldn't surpass and go through what we use. We use our key fob to lock our car, open our car, do certain things. That is Tesla. Anytime you use a remote control, you are using Tesla's knowledge. And that's what he changed. He changed the way we light our house. Fuck Henry Ford. Henry Ford was a fat fucker who probably stole everything from everybody. As far as I'm concerned, I don't give a flying fuck about Henry Ford. Make a Tesla. Fuck Henry Ford. All he wanted to do was make money and enslave people and go and visit their. What was the thing? Henry Ford would visit his workers' house to make sure they weren't living above and beyond. Oh, I did research because my ex worked for Ford Motor Company. Henry Ford was a master butt fuck. He was not just he hurt other people and no one heard about it. As far as I'm concerned, Henry Ford, the only thing he did to Michigan was bring better health care, and I'm wondering who he stole that from. I mean, we really had good health care. I cannot complain. They were good, but the health care I needed was from a metaphysical doctor. I had something from a last lifetime that followed me through twice, and I was done with it. But to get back on subject, we're dealing with Tesla. His time is now. We're seeing more of Tesla than what we've ever seen in anywhere in the world now. And it's I think it's going to be more so even now. We're wanting to make sure that the earth is not going to be used up and we're not going to take all that oil. We can use what we have. But the same thing is, I would love to I have another $600 electric bill that I'm just blown away about. I really am. I can't believe how high it is, so I'm like pissed. Wow, at 16. Um, my grandfather had wavy hair, he told me. It waved goodbye. He was bald by the time I was 12. He had at one time white blonde hair, and then like I said, he looked like a big Popeye. He was over 6'7", I think. I'm not sure, but he was over 6 foot. My grandmother, by the time I was 12, I was taller than her. And God Lord, she can grab your ears so quick. I used to tell her, "Oh, you're going to hurt my ears." So I took some Play-Doh putty and made a fake ear and waited for her to get me. And I went, "Ah!" Yeah, she thought she hurt me. I'm so bad. But if you're wondering about Tesla and all the stuff he's done, he has made the government literally go to where he is when he died and get all his stuff. He had some amazing stuff, including weather changing stuff. Oh, and we talk about Alaska. It's in Alaska, and my nephew used to go up there. He said it's creepy and you feel your hair stand on end. So you have weather changing opportunities with Tesla. You have, I would believe, if you used all the information from Tesla and the past visitors from there, you would be able to get, and I don't know how you would get back, but like they say, if you do a time travel, it's a one-way trip. That's what my dad and I talked about. We talked about it very seriously about World War II, our family, and our family's involvement in that. And the thing was, our family wanted to get out of Germany, and they had a ticket, and they got everyone they possibly could to get out and be safe. And that was the main point. So, yeah. Because one of my family members had a target on her head, literally a target. If they stayed in Germany, they would not be living. And either would it would be like, he's got to be in his 60s. But when he was a baby, yeah. I was told by my hairdresser in Vegas that I didn't have any grays. So I feel like magical. In fact, I love Sarah's shirt today. It says magical. We are all magical. And if we use our mind and our good feelings, we can do a lot. You know, a hug is a wonderful thing to give to somebody, especially when they're going through a hard time. It also is great to give to other people. You don't mind giving out hugs. My family was not very huggy on my dad's side. They sometimes she didn't want them grandma's hugs, man. She had big boobs, and you get in the middle of those big boobs, it's suffocating. You're in the hole. My grandfather used to say, "Be careful, Steffi." But when you're dealing, and if you want to know more about Tesla, they have awesome books. They're very vague and very short, and they have movies on Tesla, and it just doesn't give it credit about the internal pain the guy felt, how he wanted to give not just America, he wanted to give the world free energy. He felt that we shouldn't have to pay for something that we can get from the Mother Earth. Hello? Yeah, he's on to something. And that's how it should be. It should be given out freely. Tesla's time is now. And thank God, because good Lord, everyone else is a big turd bag. If you think that, oh, well, I'm going to, oh, peanut butter. Thank you, Sarah. I love you. I just feel so lucky, you know. So, oh wow, time has really flown. I just love Tesla. If he were alive today, I would be chasing him. Really? Oh yeah, I'd be chasing him because god damn, he had a sexy ass mind. Whew. I am so bad. That's the person who I would like besides the one I have a crush on is Tesla, and he's dead. So it's like kind of like a dead crush. But he had such an amazing mind. And the one thing I miss about talking with my dad, we would talk for 2-3 hours, and it would infuriate my ex because I was so close to my dad, and we would talk about things were out of his ballpark like 100% of the time. Like my dad said, you didn't marry him for no, I didn't marry him for brains. And at one time, oh God, let's just put it this way. service yourself was a lot easier. Yep. Oh, oh I got a new drink. Ooh, let's get that. Oh, where did I put it? So, as far as I'm concerned, oh, my next car is going to be a Tesla. That's a definite. And I have the Tesla car logo already. I know I will. Oh, it's right here. Doesn't take much to get me drunk. Woo. I don't have oh crap. All right. So anyway, yeah, World War II, my dad was a big one on that. I miss that man. I miss arguing with him because he was the best arguer. No, you can put up a good argument, not argument like where you yell and scream. No, that was my dad and grandpa. I hope you guys are getting along in heaven. Yeah, that was not any woman that keeps their man from a funeral of any kind of someone else's family is a nutbag. Okay, my dad's one wife did that, and it costed her marriage. Oh, this is so good. I'm drinking this. Oh my god, it is. It is only 100 calories. It tastes like orange. The best way to deal with white hair that's turning white is you're missing melatonin, and melatonin keeps your hair from turning. So my dad heard about it. Oh god dang, my invisible cat is burping. Uh, and he took it, a lot of it, over the period of 3 months. It was 3 months. His hair started turning his color, and I'm like, wow. So that's a thought for you, Fistafairy. You know, oh shoot, I hate when I do that. Uh so about 3 months. That's what my dad did, and it will. I've seen it. I've seen my dad's hair. I was like, I mean, I'm telling you, we could live for a long time, but unfortunately, with I think my lips just look like unusual. Unfortunately, we live in a time where people want to get their pills instead of to be healed. So, the metaphysical therapist is a real sweetheart. If I have anyone uh, calling her and saying not nice things, then I will be really perturbed because she's a sweetheart of a human being, and I really have a lot of respect for her. So, here's to my metaphysical therapist. Thank you for telling me to share the love. I love sharing the love. Woo. And I've been a really good girl. I can join the nunnery now. So here we go. So that's my thing on the white hair. When you have white hair, you're missing a product. So I must have a lot of melatonin because I can go to sleep real quick. I'm excited that I did my dishes. I did my dishes while talking to Sarah. It was really a fun time. And then, it's like she's had a couple drinks, so it's like fun to drive with her, and I'm telling her stuff on God, I'm so fucking lucky. Thank you for my friends who are amazing. Here's to I call it our store where we go shopping. It's next to it's on 360. It's next to a video place. Yeah, children's, like video place. So where you play. So that's our fun store. I call it the fun store. We're going to go to the fun store, right? Peanut butter whiskey. Oh, I love it. So I'm so my father said that when you visit the site, because he goes, I know you're going to visit. I know you're going to visit. He knows me. He knew me then. Yes, I would like to visit over in Poland where they had the Una Glock. Yes, because my dad has always sworn that our family was connected to a lot of this stuff, and it would be just for to see. But I didn't ask him how he got there, and I really am curious if he did go there. But he never lied to me. He wouldn't say he gone somewhere and didn't. Never. That's not my dad's spiel because he liked to go, yeah, I went there. It's He said you feel the energy when you go there. Before you go there, he said you could feel the energy. He says he can understand they're right on ley lines. He said and they're very powerful, and that's what you need to time travel. It's the ley lines crossing. That's what my dad told me. I'm like, really? He goes, yeah. He goes, I visited there and he didn't realize how powerful the feeling was when he walked in there. When he walked in there, he said, you could feel pulsating feeling. And I said, really? But that was a long time ago, and that was from someone who's no longer on this plane Earth. So I one day will have to find that out myself, is to go to where they had that in Poland. My dad's trips. You know what gets me? My dad would call me from Poland or wherever, and I was the only child he called. He didn't call Christopher, he didn't call Kate, he didn't call anyone else. He called me. And I thought, wow, that's amazing. And we would talk. He would get the thing is, he said, when you go to Europe, you get one of their prepaid phones. It's so much cheaper. Really? So we would talk on this other phone number. My dad was so excited and he was so perturbed that I wasn't able to go. He wanted me to go. I told him that the time wasn't right and he had to make the trip himself because it was his time to go and find out. So I'm glad he went. I really am. Yeah, it wasn't with me. I would have had a great time. But, you know, and I was telling Sarah, go, my dad is so cheap that when he would pay for the meal, I would leave the tip. She goes, why? And I go, my dad's just cheap. And I know how hard it is to work and be a server. He never was a server. He always had the management jobs and stuff because he had the college. So me, I got I got server jobs and I realized how hard they were. And some people are real cheap assholes and keep you running. It's not about My theory is this. It's not about the pay how much I spend. It's about how much do I run you? Do I run you a lot? I took my daughter for a birthday party and the whole meal for 5 people was $125. That's really reasonable. I said, "Oh, hell, I'm not going to give her a crap tip." She got ran around. I gave her a $40 tip. It was my daughter's birthday and it was done right. Oh, yeah, I do tip well. I love my dad. Don't get me wrong, but he's the cheapest motherfucker I have ever laid eyes on. If he could recycle toilet paper, he would. Oh, I'm not joking, but I loved him. I loved him to pieces because he always had my back, and I always would joke about the recycling toilet paper right in front of him. Anything I'm saying to you, I've already told him. Oh, yeah, and I called him penis hands for not washing his hands. Ask my son. I said, "Oh, no, you go wash your hands, penis hands." Ask him. I'm really grossed out. If you don't wash your hands and you're touching other people's food, oh, yeah, I call it out. Yes, I did call my dad a penis hands. I love him to pieces, but you know what? If you got penis hands and you're not washing your hands, you got penis hands. If you're a woman, you got pussy hands. That's just the way it goes. And the reason why a lot of people stay not sick is because we wash our fucking hands. Thank you. So when you're visiting that area in which they had it over in Poland, my dad said you can feel a pulsating feeling in your heart almost as it's going with it. I go, really? It was amazing. He understood why they picked that point where they have the Una Glock, where they still have the circle around there. They still have that out there. So if they had that, what do you think happened? Did they send somebody into the future? Did they get there? And what happened when they got there? Because it was a big thing about them winning the war and them going into the future. Think about that. Did they go in the future? Because obviously, there's no, I don't see any German soldiers here, so they didn't make it in the future. How many people died doing that? It makes you think, you know, how many people died in Unagak? How many people put their lives on the line so other people could be saved in their family? That's the thing. A lot of these, and including with my family, they were told if they weren't to work as what they wanted to, they'd kill their whole family off. And I'm not joking. That's why my family wanted out. Their whole families were put on the firing range so their other family member who was smart enough to be a scientist or whatever they wanted them to do that. I'm glad they did because here I am. Woohoo. And that's why I say, because my dad and I had long conversations about the Una Glock, about what was what in World War II, where our family fought, why our family wasn't allowed to speak German. And that's why I play a lot of the German stuff on Rammstein, because in my family, to even speak German was considered bad because you would be the traitor, believe it or not. And they were pretty much, I guess, my great grandmother. She was a character. Oh, yeah. We used to take her to Loma Linda where they had all the health food store. With my help, she bought that cereal that she couldn't look at the. It looked like Looney Tunes, but I knew what it said. It was said. She was so mad at me. It said, it pretty much stated that if you eat it, you're going to explode. You're going to have a good BM. And she did not like that. And she was so embarrassed. I said to her, learn the language. She was smart enough. Oh God. Yeah, she was smart enough. She just didn't. Yeah. Mhm. Where is it? She said, you are something else. You try me all the time. I go, I know. My grandmother, um, she was my mom, my grandma. My mother didn't want the job because when she died, she told me this. When I was born, she was second in command. That's how it goes when you have kids. Hello? You got to take care of the kids first. Then time goes on and it's like, and that's what I'm saying though. We're getting close to the hour, and I want to say I'll be on tomorrow at 7. We will be talking about miracles. Yeah, miracles, any kind of miracles. It could be a miracle that you found $10 or you found 100 or you found, something. It could be small miracles where you expected that your car payment or your car to get fix your car was expensive and it was reasonable. So what's what we're talking? Miracles tomorrow. And I spell miracle. Oh boy. Drunken spelling isn't fun, but boy, spell checkers wonderful. Miracles tomorrow. I will be looking on my own miracle. Uh I got a crush on somebody, and I'm hoping that'd be a miracle that I know that they. Uh, I was talking to Sarah about my crush. I said, I hope he likes me, but I'm just waiting. So we have our own miracles to work on. And we're over an hour, and I want to give everyone a kiss and a love goodbye. I'll see you tomorrow. I will be listening to some music and hoping for the best for everybody. May you have a prayer in your pocket and love in your heart, and you get what you have from the start, everything works out. So I will be seeing you tomorrow at 7 or close. It could be a little bit after. Sometimes Sarah wants to go out around 6 or 5. So I love you guys. And I hope you have a wonderful Sunday morning. Spend time with your family and time that you love with a person you really care about. Let them know that you care about them. All right.